Hey everyone, and welcome back. It's your girl Kayla. Welcome back to Becoming Fearless, and I'm so glad that you guys have decided to check in with me. So I know that like most of October I've been gone due to school and just trying to make sure that I can get out of there this fall. So anyways, today, if you see it in the title, we're talking about what to do when you're just not motivated. Because I've not been motivated. I literally have senioritis. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go anywhere. I am just so over it, where it's just like, what's next, right? I'm done with school. I'm overdoing assignments. I'm over busy work. I'm over just not using the time that I want to use it on. So that's what I want to talk about, because as I discussed in a previous video, when it comes to motivation, you have to turn it into discipline. Motivation doesn't always last. So we're going to talk about like how I've been getting through motivation. And if you see me looking down, it's because I have my notes right here. So the first thing I want to say is, when you're feeling less motivated, always try to have whatever you're listening to, whatever you're reading, whatever you're watching, be something that is motivating you. So something that is still positive, something that is still bringing creativity and ideas to you and to your mind and to your brain for your future goals, even though you might be wanting to take a step back. Read a motivating book. I have a few self-help books that I love to read over and over again, just because they are some books that actually keep me up, keep me positive, remind me that I am who I want to be. So I definitely feel like everyone should just keep a motivating book around that you really, really like. Right now, the one that I'm going back and reading is You're a Badass, which you could check out if I do like a fall book haul of the books that I'm reading this fall. So yeah, You're a Badass by Miss Scenario. I know that's her last name, Miss Scenario. So yes, that's number one. So next up is journaling. Sometimes when we don't feel motivated, or when I don't feel motivated, I kind of feel like it's because I have so much clutter going around me, or so much stuff happening around me, where I kind of get anxiety a little bit and I'm just like, hold on, like I just don't want to do anything, right? But instead, I feel like you should write those things down. And I feel like once you get comfortable enough to write them down every day and kind of see what your mind is flowing and doing, which is why I suggest that you kind of journal in the mornings as well. But when you're able to journal and write out your thoughts, you're also able to get a lot of things out of your mind onto paper. And when you can see things on paper, you're able to better see where you want to go and what you want to do with the things and your goals. Which is why I, and everybody who knows me knows, that I will write everything down in a notebook. No notebook is just for one thing, because wherever there is paper and there is pen, I'm writing something down whenever it comes to my head, whether it's a schedule, an appointment, or something that I remember that I might have forgotten when I was planning. Like, I write it down right then and there. Remember to relax. Like, you have to make time to relax. I know that we are going after our goals and we're trying to kickstart this drive, and we just want to make sure that everything is getting done when it needs to get done and like that. But when you get motivated, when you get less motivated, it's usually because you burnt yourself out sometimes. And I kind of figure when I burn myself out, I just have to take time to relax, because we might do a little self-care in the morning with our skin and things like that, but sometimes your body just needs to relax and not think about anything at all but relaxation. So sometimes you have to cut yourself off for a little while and just reboot yourself and relax. Stay productive. Stay productive with whatever you decide to do. If you're not feeling motivated to get your work done, to go after your goals right now, or you don't feel like you have any creativity driven right now, make sure you're still keeping busy. You don't want it to turn into laziness that turns into depression. You want it to just be, okay, I'm not motivated right now, I need to do a little reboot of my mind and keep it going. So make sure that you're staying productive. Washing clothes or cleaning up areas in the house are good ways of staying productive, and also good ways of keeping your areas clean, which will also you'll come to see that that'll also keep your mind clean, because I cannot get anything done if my room is cluttered, if my desk is a mess. Nothing's getting done because I can't even see it, right? So I'm definitely less motivated. So use that time when you're less motivated to still be productive and get other things that wouldn't otherwise really get done, or that you might have not made time for, like cooking, meal prepping, or things like that. So podcast. I mentioned earlier in this video, listening and surrounding yourself with positive things. Podcasts are amazing. I go in, I listen to different podcasts that are just positive, or that are teaching me things that I later want to learn from. So podcasts, I think, is a good way to keep that subliminal back in your mind positive and strong, and just knowing that, hey, I'm off right now, but I'm gonna get back on track, because staying off track is not an option. So while you use a little bit of motivation, you still keep your discipline, you still keep positive things going, and you still make sure that you're getting your creativity down, packed, and written out. So my last thing that I'm going to talk about is calendar blocking, which is something I learned from Amy Ladino, I believe. And she's like the productivity guru, and I will literally binge watch all of her videos in one sitting, like a Netflix show. Anyways, so yes, she is amazing. Amy, one day I'll meet you soon. But she speaks on calendar blocking, and calendar blocking basically helps you to use all of your time wisely. I know a lot of people have planners and they're just like, okay, this is the things that I have to do today. But you don't want to have a to-do list, because to-do lists are tasks that usually never get done, and they just make you feel bad because, you know, like, oh, I'm supposed to get that done. I'm going to take a nap. But when you calendar block and you select an event or a time of things has to go in each hour, in each time slot, you have a better idea and understanding of what needs to get done and what has to get done. Because at the end of the day, you meet your friends, like she says, Amy makes a statement and says, you meet your friends for your appointments. You can meet your friends to go get coffee, to go get drinks. You can meet your friends to go do so much fun things, but you can't make your own appointments for yourself. And if you don't care about yourself, which is what Becoming Fearless is about, self-care, self-love, self-affirmation, self-motivation, then you have no choice. If you don't care about yourself, then who do you care about? You can't care about others around you. You can't continue to make other appointments if you can't commit to your appointments, you know? So your business won't grow, your goals won't get accomplished if you don't commit to those appointments that you have. And those appointments don't get set if you don't set them. So I literally set what time I'm waking up to what time I'm going to make time for breakfast, commutes to go anywhere. And lastly, when you lack motivation, it's usually because you're spreading yourself thin. And I just want to speak on a little bit on just saying no. I have the hardest time saying no to my friends, because I love hanging out with my friends. They're fun, right? They wouldn't be my friends if they weren't. So I love hanging out with my friends, but sometimes I miss out on fun stuff because of the fact that I have to make sure that I'm sticking with my appointments and the things that I need to do, especially during the day. But also when you plan correctly and you make time for things, or for when you know that your friends would want to hang out or do things spare of the moment, and you calendar block and make sure that things are done, you end up having time to spend with your friends. Because one thing that you have to realize is you only get one life, and you only get a certain amount of time, 24 hours in a day. It kind of spreads us all thin and runs us crazy, and it kind of makes us lose motivation to know that we can accomplish the things that we want to accomplish, because everything and everyone and all the problems and all the issues are kind of pulling us at every way in every corner, and you kind of lose focus, and you're just like, ugh, maybe if I just sit here, right, nothing's going to happen. The day is still going to go by. I'm still going to be alive, but nothing's going to happen. And right now, that feels so great. So sometimes I do want to make sure that you guys are going to just like take a breather, relax, recharge, and just reboot your creative side, and remember why you started at the end of the day. So that's all I have for you guys today. This is what to do when you're just not motivated. Go ahead, comment below and let me know, what are you guys doing when you're not motivated, when you're not in the mood to go after your goals, to finish out school, to do anything. Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you know when I put out a new video. Have a good day, guys. Bye.